Welcome. With this video, I want to talk about computational antitrust. First, I will explore what this is, second, how to implement it, and third, when should we do it. Already in the 17th century, Leibniz was discussing his desire to compute legal outcomes. But in truth, the use of computational tools, which I define as computer-based problem-solving methods, is probably more necessary than ever. The detection rate of anti-competitive infringement is already low, and one has reasons to believe that it won't improve. Last year, the world produced 44 zettabytes of data. That amounts to 40 times more bytes than there are stars in the universe. In just a few years from now, the world will be producing 600 zettabytes of data and eventually over 2000 in just 15 years. The work of competition agencies when it comes to detecting infringement will become increasingly hard. And even after the detection of potential infringements to competition law, the analysis of such practices will prove complex. Two reasons explain it. One relates to the quantity of the data, the other relates to the nature of that data. So the question naturally becomes, how can we implement computational antitrust? In different words, if antitrust without computer science is like Sherlock without Watson, which Watsons do we need? Let me give you some examples. As far as anti-competitive practices are concerned, APIs and other market screening tools could help agencies detecting more practices. One could also think that the data in the hand of other agencies could also inform antitrust analysis. And as a matter of fact, we already know where to start. All competition agencies have access to their own case law. If they label the data properly, they can run machine learning analysis to try to detect patterns which are invisible to the human eye. Second, merge control. Here, detectability issues are quite rare, but agencies are facing another problem, namely, to trust the data being sent by the companies. Blockchain could help in the matter. For example, should the companies be required to register their turnover into private blockchains, agencies could require access to those blockchains and trust their integrity. Also, AI could help analyzing the technology being acquired, and, by doing so, prevent killer acquisitions. Third, I want to talk about the design of competition policies. Using agent-based modeling, one could simulate the environment after a policy has been implemented. This could be done using cellular automata, such as it appears on the screen right now. This could also be done using deep learning, where agents have agency as to the best strategy to adopt. So, when should we start? The answer probably is now. At the Computational Antitrust project hosted by Stanford University Codex Center, we have gathered 35 academics and more than 50 competition agencies. Some are more advanced than others, but it appears that computational antitrust can benefit them all. To help with the adoption of computational tools, we are publishing one academic article every month, a podcast episode, and at the end of each year, we are organizing a workshop with competition agencies, our advisory board, and all of the authors of that year. Our annual report will be published on our website, including the input by the competition agencies. That being said, we are facing a few challenges. First, it might be easier to compute the analysis regarding certain anti-competitive practices than others. We need to have a clear view of where to start. Second, we should be discussing the development and the use of computational tools. Third, the entirety of antitrust law cannot be computed. For this reason, we should be discussing how to deal with computable versus non-computable elements. Fourth, and finally, it appears important to be aware of the limits of computational tools. We are, to this day, far from the theory of everything, and if computational tools can help understand the past a little bit better, we won't always be able to predict the future. Despite not being perfect, computational tools can help us better understanding our environment. If we are not exploring them, we run the risk of being stuck with the same analysis, without room for real improvement. And you don't want to be stuck in Groundhog Day, don't you?